Hi friends, welcome back to the garden. It is the 14th of June, I want to say, Friday night. First sunny evening where I live in a while. It's been not the best weather anywhere near, as you can imagine. But that aside, the garden is great. You might have noticed the patio and the path are clean. The best there has been jet washing, which is nice. Anyway, starting over here, the James Rhododendron is almost done flowering, and I should really pull this grass out. It's almost done flowering. It's got one final flower left, and I think it's done for the season. It's done really well. I'm surprised. You might remember that I used to have a palmatum in the spot. That plant has been sold to its own benefit, I reckon. Anyway, moving off the patio, the lemon tree is doing surprisingly well for the poor temperatures. It is absolutely covered in flowers. It smells divine, like it smells like honey. It's wonderful. And next to it we have a geranium that is not looking too hot at the moment. It's not blossomed yet, oddly. It's apple scented geranium, but it's not done much. Then the cherry tree next to it, it had fruit. I ate the fruit. It was actually rather pleasant, but it keeps getting attacked by aphids. No aphids to be shown, but it's not doing so hot in the spot. I think it's time to put it into the ground. Then fuchsia that I was considering getting rid of sort of revived. There are two different kinds of fuchsia in here, as you can probably see by the foliage. One of them is blooming, the other one is about to bloom, which is nice. And then nothing much to say. Everything is a little bit dirty simply from the jet washing of the puffs, but things are okay. The poppies are sort of surviving, not thriving, but surviving. And then all sorts of different squash and cucumbers, and the only one that's not doing so hot is the cucamelon. But we had another bout of slug damage because this is what I get for not keeping up with the slug or another product. Anyway, my sacrificial nasturtiums are being sacrificed big time. I'm surprised they're still alive, to be honest, and blooming, but that's that. The headers just in front of the back door are doing great, and there's some calendula popping up. So that's nice. And then this mass of bushes is just, I love it, with the random geranium. It's actually quite fun. Then looking over here into my herb bed, and yeah, it's nice. Things are doing okay. I've pulled out all of the mustards and mizunas from over this side now. There's literally none left, but oh, that's a lie, that's a mustard. But I still have the actual herbs. So oregano has been harvested twice now and dried, which is quite cool. We have some lovely looking, slightly weedy parsley, and then this fennel, and all of this is sage. For those that wonder, this is how sage leaves look like, this is how the flowers look like, quite beautiful. And right next to that we have the actual dill, and not this thing, but this thing is thyme. And again, these are thyme flowers, if anybody's wondering. And then as I spin you around, sorry, you'll get a headache from all the spinning, I have 3 different pumpkins, or maybe 3 the same, I cannot remember. Then if we look over here, you might be wondering where the heck is my grass. It's been cut very severely, literally been scalped, but it was time for it. But at least you can see how the garden shape actually is without all this grass. So I'll cover this side, which I very rarely do, but we have lupins, which I love. They're in bloom and they are gorgeous. I just did head it the other day and they're really in strength. Then we have what I think is an azalea, but I'm not sure. And then a couple of peonies that don't really do much because it's too shady here for them. Herbigaran, and then a hosta, and then some currants. These lovely foxgloves that have been here for a couple of years now. And then a rose. This is a peace rose that doesn't really do much. Another hosta that seems to have revived, and then next to it some more squash. And the one thing I forgot here, sorry, brace yourselves with a headache from walking, this rose. This is a miniature rose that I got at Sainsbury's ages ago, and it just seems to be growing absolutely fine, which is nice. Anyway, moving on to the salad bed. So this is the second bed next to the herb bed from the house. And I have chard, not chard, sorry, that's a lie, sorrel that's been severely damaged by aphids, and I'm just going to trim it right back and see if it survives. It typically survives. It's been here since we've moved in. And then I've got carrots with some rocket sprinkled in. The yellow flowering thing is a rocket. Then celery, more rocket. Then some lettuce that still hasn't bolted, but I think it's on the way. And more rocket, and some spinach just over there that's actually just about to bolt, because we had one warm day, which is delightful. Then in this bed next to it, this is the bed number 3, we have nasturtium that's going absolutely wild with those tentacles. Then tomatoes that are not doing too great, in a sense that they're small because it's been so cold. And we have beans. There's one bean over here. There's not much in here. We're waiting for things to sprout. And lots and lots of beans just over here, sprinkled in amongst the elephant garlic. And then the final bed in this layout is the strawberry bed with magnolia tree in the middle. And the strawberry bed is actually doing really well. It's been weeded properly. It's been mulched, with straw. And it's starting to produce fruit, and it's got loads of flowers at the moment. You can see them better over here. And then finally, the rhubarb, the pumpkins are doing fine. The tomato just over there is not doing so fine, but I don't really mind. I've got plenty of others. I think it's just not getting enough water. And then on this side, lots of the snapdragons have been deadheaded. The currant bush has actually lots of fruit on it. The generous gardener, this rose, is now done flowering, I think, for the season. We'll see how things go. Maybe it'll pick up at the end of the summer. The rosemary is doing great despite a really heavy haircut I've given it, and that's because I have some iris right behind it. I think it's time to move this autumn. We'll see. Then the blueberries are blueberrying. I have I think this one is a patriot, and this one is pink lemonade. You can actually see a pink one over there. I've been eating of this one. It's great. This one is dead. You know, you win some, you lose some. Calendula that I literally just chucked into the ground has sprouted quite well, which is nice. And then the last thing that we have over here, other than my excellent attire, is a couple of Waltham squashes that are holding up. Again, as you can see, slug damage. I've just pelleted everything with sluggo, and then this was the catalyst for it. My patron peppers got eaten except one, and I got very, very angry. And then we have lemon dream, and I can't remember the name of that pepper. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure it's something very common, but ultimately I can't remember. And then Bessel's tomatoes are doing, in fact, really well. These are determinate tomatoes. And then just over here we have some squashes, crown prince, and I can't remember what the other one is, probably tonda or something like that, doing relatively well. They are starting to put out flowers. And then lots and lots of tiny little basil. And that's it. That is the garden for tonight. I have to apologize for the shakiness of it, and now for the light. But yeah, things are okay. Things are in fact okay. And with that, I will leave you for the night. Bye.